Midnight Motorist. It's the most confusing FNAF minigame of all time, and poses so many questions. Who do we play as? Where does it take place in the timeline? And is it truly solvable? Well, today, I'm joined by top FNAF theorist John FNAF, and we're going over all of those things. So stay tuned for the answers to these FNAF mysteries. FNAF Mysteries with TDreads and Andrew is in the games. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of FNAF Mysteries with TDreads and Andrews in the games. Today, we are here with... What's so funny, John? What's so funny?
It's like a book, like the title's like a book.
Yeah.
I love it, it's so long.
That's good. Yes.
That sounded...
Everybody, clip!
No!
Okay. All right, but yeah.
Anyways.
Say hello.
Oh, hi, I'm John FNAF. I'm here on FNAF Mysteries with T-Dreads and Andrew's definitely not in the games.
Okay. I think
and
you're on the
I'm
wrong
excited
show.
to... Oh, sorry. That was... Sorry. I'm excited to talk about Midnight Motorist today. Sorry, I spoiled it.
Yeah.
Do you want to share what we're talking about today?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Midnight Motorist. We're going to be going through in order of kind of real, like, simple things about the minigame to getting super, super complex and making people on Twitter very angry. So, are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited to make people on Twitter very angry. I do that effortlessly. So,
right. Let's go then. We can start off with just a basic question. What is Midnight Motorist, and where does it come from in the FNAF series? I'll let you explain.
Okay, Midnight Motorist is a minigame from FNAF 6 Pizzeria Simulator, a game that was allegedly supposed to tie up loose ends in the series. Like the last main kind of FNAF game, Ultimate Custom Night, was supposed to be DLC to FNAF 6, but it's a minigame where... Do you want to explain the whole thing, or just where it's from?
Just kind of where it's from is good for now.
Okay, it's just a mini game from FNAF 6. You can buy it in the catalog, and that's it. It's a mystery.
Yeah. So it's got two layers to it. It's got, you start, and it's kind of just like this racing mini game where you're in like a magenta car going down the road, get as high a score as possible. But I think it's on the third or fourth lap. I think it's the fourth lap. On the bottom of the screen, there's a little gap that you can drive in and access a deeper layer of the minigame, which actually tells a story. Now, going into that story right away, no. Instead, what we're going to do is break down the various aspects of that deeper minigame. So there are several characters, right? First, we have the yellow guy, right? And he is driving a very, very, very dark purple car. So those are the first two things.
Okay,
you see.
I'm going to stop you there. Is he yellow or orange? Because I was told by MatPat that he's orange, Cheeto Man.
I feel like it depends on your monitor.
Ah.
I've seen videos of him where he looks yellow, and I've seen videos where he looks more orange. So
Okay, I'll go with yellow. We'll
go with yellow-orange. Yep. So... two more things you can find, right? Veering off a path in the dirt, there is just a dirt mound sitting in the middle of the forest. Going down a different road, there is what appears to be a restaurant of some sort called Junior's with a green guy outside and a bunch of cars. And then last but not least, you have the house, a blue house in a clearing that is the yellow man's house. And... the youngest child, his child has run away out the window, presumably into like the woods or something. And there's a pair of animatronic footprints outside of the window. So already, that was a lot. We're on the most basic level. When you compare this to something like Fruity Maze, it's okay, you run around for like 5 minutes, then William Afton shows up. Like, that's real easy.
Yeah.
So the thing that amazes me about this is that Scott thought we would know what it meant. Because FNAF 6 was about tying up loose ends.
That's a great point. I don't know. I think with the trailer to FNAF 2 coming out, the movie, and it presumably showing us what's in the box, and it was the memorabilia of like Afton's murders, like trophies.
Yeah.
That is something that there was absolutely no hints at in the games. There's no way we could have figured that out without guessing. You know, oh yeah, it's probably this. Unless there's something that you know that I don't. But part of me thinks that I don't think he thought we could figure it out. And I think it's a box situation where he is maybe setting something up for the future. I mean, we can go into it more later, but I don't know. Did he think we'd figure it out? I don't know.
I don't know, because everything else in that game is very...
I know.
Like the security puppet, easy. Fruity Maze, easy. Insanity ending, easy. Like everything else in FNAF 6, Midnight Motorist it's a sore thumb. It's just like, it's so strange. Yeah.
It's so weird.
All right. Well, we have quite a slew of things to choose from out of all those categories I just mentioned. John, which element of Midnight Motorist would you like to talk about first?
Let's get the easy stuff out of the way. The car, definitely William Afton's car. Yellow guy, definitely William Afton. Right? Okay. So 5 Laps at Freddy's.
A year ago, or before 5 Laps, people would have been all on your case for that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What was like the second most popular thing, you think?
It's a MCI victim's father. And you know, we won't say what the footprints are, but it branches out from there. It's just, you know, you could imagine what the 3-toed footprints are if Afton is not the player.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
So it probably definitely Afton now, like unless something like it was the developers of 5 Laps of Freddy's going crazy and just doing their own stuff, but I doubt that.
I don't think after Security Breach that would have been let under the radar. I think,
absolutely.
I think Scott locked in after Security Breach in terms of that.
So purple car, why is he yellow? I don't know. Dark minigame, purple would have blended in too much. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. Yellow for maybe spring Bonnie suit.
That's what I was gonna say. If there's any other color to represent Afton by besides purple, it would be like orange is
right.
Yellow.
And in Fruity Maze, the little yellow rabbit in the dirt represents William. That yellow color connection.
And he talks in yellow text as well.
True.
And Fruity Maze.
So another obvious thing, it definitely does take place after Charlie's death. We're on the same page.
Yes, we are.
Midnight Motorist.
Yes.
Is there another popular theory that you can think of that maybe it doesn't take place after Charlie's death?
Well, for that they're gonna have to wait till later in the video because there's a secret name of the file that the minigame is called. Don't spoil it, John.
Oh,
so
won't spoil it.
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay, what do you want to talk about? You choose next.
Well, no, we'll keep going. We're not done with Yellow Guy yet. We got some.
Oh.
Yeah, we got some more to elaborate on. Particularly with how he acts. Not a very nice guy. And I actually think that there's more evidence that Yellow Guy is William because of a couple things we got in the FNAF 2 movie trailer, where William literally pulls a knife on his own daughter.
It seems like he cares.
Yeah, he will care. He will care.
He will care.
He will care. Yeah. So there's that one. So abusive, clearly very controlling. All things that you would suppose that William Afton is, and that is kind of supported by the movie trailer as well.
Oddly enough, has a house where he allows his kids to lock the door from inside the room.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like I feel like most locks are on the inside, right?
You would think he would like get rid of the locks. You know, I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Maybe he was pulling a knife on Vanessa or whoever in the trailer to protect her from something.
Because he just cared.
Maybe he does care.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Well, I guess right from the and yeah, for those who don't know, in 5 Laps at Freddy's, the purple car is called the Midnight Motorer, and I think the description itself got scrapped or something, but it's like,
yeah,
if you're fleeing a crime scene, drive this car. So akin to that, yeah. And there's a little Spring Bonnie bobblehead thingy antenna on the back.
Yep.
So that is pretty good
I think
evidence.
it's called Midnight Motor. Midnight Motor? Motorer? I don't know.
Tomatoes.
Who cares?
Yeah. All right, next up. Ooh, okay, let's pick a good one. If
Yeah,
it
pick a good one.
is, I think we have to do couch person next.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
This one is still more debated. Most people accept that Afton is the yellow guy now, orange guy. The couch person, though, is still, I believe, split between 3 different people. Okay?
Yeah.
The first one is Michael Afton. People think it is.
Yep.
The second is Mrs. Afton. And the third most popular that I've heard is actually Henry. That's the couch person. So.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So if Henry's the couch person, who's yellow guy?
Afton.
So why is Afton? So whose house is it?
It's Afton's house. The idea is it's like some 800 IQ Megamind strategy because he just got done killing Charlie. So he's like, hey, Henry, come babysit my daughter. I have something to do. Whoosh, you know. So it would be like a big brain 500 IQ type. Yeah. So.
Weird. That's cool.
That being said, there's no other car there, so I guess Henry just
right.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
That's cool.
Are you part of the Michael Afton or Mrs. Afton Truthers Club, John?
I'm part of the Michael Afton Truthers Club.
Oh no, he's a BB runaway. Ah!
But I can be convinced either way. I don't care. But would you like me to explain, or do you want to go first?
We'll give our entire thoughts on what's going on each in the next section. Let's keep going through the elements.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. So
what are you?
I think
who do you think it is?
I'm still. Yeah, I'm split. I am 55% Michael runaway, but I'm just as I'd be just as okay with it being the bite victim being the runaway. I feel like with Michael being the kid that's running away, you have easier explanation for the rest of the things in the minigame. It makes it easier. So for example, just under that line of logic, right? If we move on to the mound, right? If Michael's the runaway, you can say, okay, well, the mound is the crying child's dead body. That's why he had a rough day today, yada yada. That's what he ran off to that place again. That's where he's going. That kind of thing. The footprints outside, easily Golden Freddy, who the bite victim possesses. You can very easily, without much stretching, just kind of explain everything.
Yep.
Bite victim with the motives, it gets a little harder for me. Like what the mound is, you kind of have to take in other elements of the story outside of just the Afton sphere, or the Afton family itself.
Yep.
So,
no,
all right, John,
totally
what's
agree.
the mound? What do you think the mound is?
Oh, we want to go there? What is the mound? This is gonna sound insane, but
He's gonna say it.
I made a Midnight Motorist theory this year, and I said it was Susie's dog. I really believed it was Susie's dog. And then the FNAF 2 movie trailer came out. And it said, Henry said, Charlie basically dies before the MCI. Because the only way it can be that Susie's dog is MCI happens first. Which is a crazy thing to happen, but whatever. So now I don't know. I think my gut, if all my money's on the line, Scott Cawthon's in front of me, I have to get it right, or he's gonna delete my channel. I think the mound isn't a grave, and I think that is where Fredbear's used to be. Mm-hmm. That mound of land.
I suppose you could also interpret it as a giant mound of ash, if you wanted to.
Ash, yes. I mean, all of the logbooks and guidebooks say it's a secret grave, but who knows how much we can trust that stuff. Scott could have easily I feel like one of the more important things is that it's obviously a place where a building used to be. That feels almost more maybe it's not obvious, but that feels more important than the mound itself. The mound could have just been oh, this is the wreckage, or something used to be here type thing. It is
a big area that's carved out for it just if it was William Afton secretly built a grave in the woods, I as the designer would have made a very narrow pathway with a little at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
I don't know. I I would say it used to be Fredbear's. What do you think?
I'm Michael Runaway, so I think it's the crying child's body. But if I were Bite Victim Runaway, there are other angles you can take. The Mound has a lot more interpretations than, say, Couch Person does, where Couch Person primarily has 2, right? The Mound people are a lot more, like, they have a lot of different things. What's up?
I'm an actual moron. It can't be where Fredbear's used to be, because Bite Victim is alive, if Bite Victim is the Runaway.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm a moron. Take everything I said. Don't even think about what I said. Then I have no idea what it is then. Keep talking.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I will help you by listing the various possibilities that people have brought up over the years. All right. So the first one, these are all under Bite Victim Runaway, right? So the first is this is the most cooked, right? The bunker, right? Which I now believe exists early in the timeline.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I'm writing a video about this, but that is the entrance to the bunker?
That would be
like
their
the pile?
theory. Yes, yeah, that'd be their theory. Or where it's being constructed. Other theory, this is a very recent one, so I don't think this is true. It's where the costume manor burned down. That's another one. But that would be, how could you possibly figure that out during FNAF 6?
Right.
Yep. Third one, it's a twisted animatronic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
or the nightmares, but yeah.
The release of the twisted ones was like right after FNAF 6, or right before FNAF 6, like right around FNAF 6. So I could see him maybe doing that, but
yeah,
I don't think so.
Fourth one, Charlie's body. How'd he pull that off? It's anyone's guess. So that wouldn't even make sense.
Probably not.
No,
Probably not.
My camera did the zoom in.
No.
Fifth is like Susie's dog, I guess.
Yeah, I actually really like the idea of it being Elizabeth.
Oh.
But I don't know, because that is something that we see Afton actively tried covering up, like her death.
That's true.
But then like,
still, if it were a cover-up, it makes sense to hide it in the woods.
Right. I mean, if Elizabeth dies in Circus Baby and then Circus Baby's sent back out to do stuff, they'd have to take her body out.
And it gets scooped repeatedly. She's definitely out of there. Yeah.
Right. So I like the idea of it being Elizabeth, actually. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Mound is once again like a box situation. Like, I think Scott is the only one who knows. And the only way we could truly get it is if we guess. I don't know. I think Susie's dog is like unironically the one with the most evidence in FNAF 6, but it doesn't make sense. So
yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of a strange thing for William to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so you think Bite Victim Runaway? No, you think Michael Runaway.
Michael Runaway and the grave is the crying child's body. Yeah.
So what is your second option? If for what the grave is,
if it's not the crying child's body, it just makes so much. Under Michael Runaway, it should be that it shouldn't be anything else, because you have the footprints and that are two elements you can connect, right?
Yeah.
So you see like, oh, he's dead, and so his Fredbear ghost is coming. That to me is very like that fits. So that's why I think it's the Bite Victim. Second best option. Is he building something maybe? Because it would be.
I like MCIMM. That's a cool idea.
I think my second option would be it's the remains or the beginning of some sort of new location that he's working on. Because what would this be in 1983? So this maybe no, because Freddy's is already open when the crying child dies. First one. He's just killed Charlie, so the second one shouldn't be. Well, I can't say that because we have to get into the mythical dice. Yeah. So,
oh god.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. Under Michael Runaway, I would only be willing to accept that it's Bite Victim's like body. I feel like anything else is kind of...
It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It really does. That's what MatPat came up with, right? That was his theory?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
All
People
right.
probably thought of it before, but he popularized it.
All right. Second to last, Juniors.
I have a hard stance on this.
Oh, lay it on me.
I think it's a bar. Final answer.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
2 options. The
Okay.
first one is under the interpretation that Midnight Motorist happens around 1983-ish, and that is that it's a bar.
Yeah.
The second interpretation is cooked. And that's that
Is the 87.
Yes, and that is
Yeah.
that it is the FNAF 2 location. Because Phone Guy says, our guard is on watch from open till close, turning away people, especially previous employees. And the green guy says, hey, you can't be here, go. So if Afton was a previous employee at the FNAF 2 location, that would make perfect sense for the green guy to say that if he was the guard that Ralph was referring to in the FNAF 2 phone calls. But that a prerequisite for that theory is that the game happens in 1987, which we will discuss later in the video. So make sure you smash like. Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's dig into this. It would be the FNAF 2 location, and you're saying green guy is an employee at the location turning William Afton away.
Yes, he is the replacement guard that Phone Guy refers to on night 6.
So, the pizzeria is open at this point or closed? Because there's a
I
bunch
gotta look
of
up the phone calls now. Dang it.
There's a bunch of cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, I gotta look up the phone calls. Hold on. TDreads from the future. Cut it again. Oh.
What?
You're right. So that theory doesn't make any sense. Because it says
and that's a popular theory, completely debunked.
It says the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out. So having that many cars,
parking lot full of cars.
This is a personalized message to fellow YouTuber Crying-Eyed. You're wrong. Okay.
You're wrong. Whoever you are.
Okay.
Interesting. I mean, you could pull the well, Scott forgot about the phone calls.
Well, in my defense, it would have been cool. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it would have been cool. It would have been cool.
Okay.
I don't know, and I also think that saying juniors, calling the place juniors, is a little too far as this is actually supposed to be this. You know, juniors is a very stereotypical bar name, I guess. So, but yeah, it's crazy how those phone calls line up so perfectly with that situation, though, with turning them away at the door. It's so frustrating.
I'm a bar believer as well. I think that makes the most sense. I don't think it's Fredbear's. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I would say it is just a bar, and Afton's been turned away because he's gotten too blasted. So
yeah, and I think that bar is a vehicle to explain why Charlie's murder was so sloppy and spontaneous. He was literally drunk, going there saying, "I'm gonna kill this girl," and she was just happened to be outside, and he was like, "Done," driving away. So yeah, that's pretty easy. Junior's bar.
all right, our last element of the mini game is the spooky footprints of doom. So you have to believe it's Shadow Freddy then, right?
I believe it's Shadow Freddy.
Okay,
Yes.
I figured. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah. What do you believe? You go first.
Golden Freddy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
'cause
enough.
I think Michael's run away.
So if it's a bite victim run away, what do you think the footprints are? Because I agree with you, it's Golden Freddy if it's Michael run away.
Yeah, I guess it would have to be. That's so weird though, because here's what I mean, right? Let's say Shadow Freddy comes from the agony of Charlie's death. That thing has to manifest pretty quick.
I know. I know. It's so frustrating. I know. But there has to be, for me, it's the fact that Charlie's death minigame and Midnight Motorist happen right next to each other. He put them right next to each other for some reason. What was the reason?
Yeah.
Why did he show right after Charlie's death? I mean, was it to establish a timeline to show, hey, these people are still alive?
I think
Michael's still alive.
I think you're meant to infer the characters in Midnight Motorist from. So now that we're already here, the file Midnight Motorist is called Later That Night in the game files, right? That's all you get, right? Two interpretations for this. One I like is that it's Later That Night from Charlie's death from the security pub minigame, where someone literally drives away in a purple car, right? That makes sense. The other interpretation that is incredibly popular, I'm not pulling your leg, Later That Night from when you go inside the little gap in the Midnight Motorist actual minigame. Doesn't even make sense. What like
no.
Yeah, like
I don't see that.
Like I drove down my street and later that night I pulled into my driveway. That doesn't even make, doesn't even make sense.
No, that would be the same night. Like I don't understand that.
Yeah, that would be like 10 seconds later.
That's like if I was driving down a road and then turned right and I said, "Well, now it's later that night."
Yes.
No, it's the same night. It's only 1 minute has passed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so I think it is supposed to be after Charlie's death. And now that you brought that up, I think the reason it's after Charlie's death is because you are supposed to use Security Puppet to infer who the characters in Midnight Motorist are. So yellow guy, couch person, runaway, yada yada yada. I think that's why. Right? So
can you explain more?
Yes. So because Later That Night is the name of Midnight Motorist, right?
Yeah.
And we know that's tied to Security Puppet, where Charlie gets stabbed, car drives away. So since Midnight Motorist starts with a car driving down a driveway, a purple one, we could say, okay, hey, that's Later That Night from when this car drove away. So so in that way, it helps you connect William Afton to be both of them.
True.
Now it gets harder because now we have to. I'm gonna do it, and we're doing it.
Do it.
Our first advanced question.
Oh gosh.
The 87 dice from 5 Laps at Freddy's.
Okay.
So it has come into debate whether or not Midnight Motorist happens in 1983 or 1987, because there are in in 5 Laps at Freddy's, the Midnight Motor car on the little like windshield, whatever it's called, rearview mirror, little danglies.
Yep.
There's dice hung there, and they say 8 and 7, which aren't even numbers you can have on dice because they're 6-sided dice. So it seems very intentional. It's weird, right?
It is weird.
So that single-handedly has created the belief in a big portion of the community that Midnight Motorist happens in 1987, which would mean that Charlie dies in 1987 after the MCI, which is also Charlie is the last grave you light in Help Wanted 2. So it's like,
Help Wanted 2?
Yeah.
Holy crap, we're jumping.
It's like, no. So this creates a debate in and of itself, which is when does Charlie die, which is crazy. Because if it's Later That Night and Midnight Motorist is in 87, then she dies after everybody else, which is insane. I don't know where I stand on this.
Really?
It makes more sense for it to be 83 to me.
Yep.
But having a 6-sided die that says 8-7, it's just that doesn't even make that's weird. That's a weird thing to do.
It feels like it feels irresponsible from a game developer POV if it's just an Easter egg. Mm-hmm. Because maybe Scott thought Afton being yellow guy was completely obvious. So the spring Bonnie head on the back of the car was just like that's fun. And then the 8-7 dice is like, sure, that's an Easter egg. I don't know. I don't think it's an 87. I really think Charlie died before the MCI.
That would make the most sense to me. Yes.
And the movie seems like it's backing that up.
And so now in 2 out of 3 continuities, she does die before the MCI. In Silver Eyes and
if she died last, then Give Gifts, Give Life would had to have been like delayed until she got there. You know?
Yeah, they would have been rotting in there until.
And then she got there and woke them up, or helped them remember or something. I don't think so. Why do you think it could be 87?
I just think that it would make sense to me more so to have that happen with Michael being the runaway, because more time would have passed. It would be a little weird for me if like Charlie dies. So that would mean Charlie would come after the bite victim, because after we'd be going out and doing that. It puts a lot of things in the timeline really close together.
Yeah.
Which is bite victim dies in this. I still think it's 83. I don't think it's 87. I am willing to.
Okay.
If it gets confirmed that it's 87, I'm not going to be like, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's 83.
Okay.
A good point for Michael Runaway is that the couch person says, like, he had a rough day today, right?
Right.
Which to me, depending on how quick you put stuff together, if the bite victim literally like just died, that would be a reason that Michael Afton would have had a rough day.
So,
or if it was the funeral, or if they buried him that day, that kind of thing.
Right. We didn't talk about it. So you think Michael's runaway? Who do you think's the couch person? Miss Afton?
Yeah, you'd have to say it was Miss Afton, wouldn't you? The couch person's the hardest one to identify, because like
yes,
Mrs. Afton, well, unless it's Michael, which is simple enough because of the gray text. But Mrs.
The gray text,
really
the gray shirt, the watching the TV.
Yeah,
makes
those
my head
do
explode.
Fit. Those do fit.
And God, I'm just reiterating my video. The fact that FNAF 4 set up that Michael babysits the crying child when Afton's not there.
That's true.
Like they are home alone together. Crying child is in his bedroom. Michael is wherever, probably watching TV on the couch. It's and Michael doesn't have a bedroom in the FNAF 4 minigames. Not that matters. It could just be minigame logic. But I don't know. I want it to be Michael on that chair so badly.
Yep.
Anyways, I feel like I'm off track.
I was gonna say, one of my good friends is like utterly convinced that Charlie dies in 1987. I'm like, jeez. So
I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the whole thing with like a wound first inflicted on me sound really like weird, because under that interpretation, the wound would just be like the possession itself. Like if Charlie was the first one possessed, I think it makes more sense for Charlie to come first. Yeah, it makes the story less complicated, which is what I like.
Right.
You don't have to have like all these kids die and then do nothing for a few years, and then this girl dies and then comes back, and then, you just get kind of one fell swoop. All of them are like, ooh. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you think crying child before Charlie? This is way off topic, but
crying child before Charlie. I think so.
I agree, yes, but I'm starting to lean towards Charlie first.
I wouldn't
because of the movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't at all be surprised. He's a maniac.
But then again, how much credence do we take to the movie? Like, how does that connect to the games?
Well,
I don't know. Oh.
Well, riddle me this. In the FNAF 1 movie, we literally have a part of the movie where Golden Freddy pulls up to a little kid's house and lures them away.
I know. Don't get me started. I know.
John FNAF.
You know what? I think I think we're going to learn what Midnight Motorist is in FNAF 2.
That would be so hype.
Because we are witnessing Charlie's death. It wouldn't be hard to show Charlie dying.
Later that night?
Afton driving home, passing by something.
Dude.
Who's home, sitting on the couch watching TV. I think
it would have to be Vanessa in that continuity.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, imagine we get like he kills her and then we get the dun 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 dun. I'd be like, yeah. I would actually pop
That'd be
off
awesome.
In the theater.
And then we pass by the grave and it's Charlie's or Susie's dog, and
it's Garrett.
Yeah.
No. All right, yeah.
It's a Charlie bot.
This is a little like tangent off topic, but I want to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
So Michael Schmidt is not Henry's son. So what was Afton doing driving to Nebraska?
That is a great question.
To kidnap this totally random kid with no relevance to him. I looked it up. It's an 8-hour drive both ways.
Oh my God.
Afton drove 8 hours yoinked him and drove 8 hours back?
That is a great question. And unless Afton was also camping there at the exact same time and it was just bad luck, bad timing, that seems kind of not plausible. Oh, that's so crazy. That's the big question.
Yeah.
I want to learn that in FNAF 2.
I think that's going to be a FNAF 3 reveal when they're in Fazbear Frights
probably.
together. He's going to have the I am your father moment.
Ah.
I didn't take your brother, Mike. I took you.
I took you. And the baby isn't mine as Garrett is the crying child.
Yeah, that's when I leave the theater.
Oh, no. Don't leave. Huh.
Okay. Well, back to our Midnight Motorist discussion. Really quick,
Okay.
just out of sympathy for some people. We will shine light on the idea that the Midnight Motorist was about another one of Afton's murders, right? Whereas, so Security Puppet is about an Afton murder. Fruity Maze is about an Afton murder. So before the FNAF movie trailer and a bunch of stuff, people thought, okay, well maybe Midnight Motorist is also about an Afton murder. So that is why some people say that the footprints are actually Spring Bonnie, right? Standing and luring the kid out of the window. Now, that is a theory. To me, couple glaring issues. For one, Scott goes out of his way to draw the runaway kid having multiple sets of footprints, whereas the suit just has one.
Yep.
So you would infer it can teleport from that, right? It needs to plop down in that one spot and it can leave. Spring Bonnie, is he like hovering, like he smells a good pie and he's just like, ooh, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Second, it's raining. He would be super dead.
Exactly.
So those are my two problems with that particular theory.
Yeah, and I would argue that Midnight Motorist is, yes, Fruity Maze and Charlie's death are Afton murders. Midnight Motorist is the aftermath of an Afton murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's directly connected to Charlie's death, if you believe that. I assume if you think that's an MCI kid's death, you don't think it's right after Charlie's death.
Oh, yeah, and did you see it was a very popular post on Twitter, Alchemist's Fantasy has the same leitmotif as the Midnight Motorist song.
Really?
Yep, in the song.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna try.
That's cool.
I'm gonna try to find this. I'm probably going to be unsuccessful.
Your camera.
Did it do it again?
I did it again.
All right, our final point of discussion, because this will actually take us a while. We will each go through our respective full Midnight Motorist stories.
Oh, crap.
I'll let you begin, John.
Me go first?
Yes, you have to do it.
Okay.
Set the scene.
Set the scene. It's raining. It's dark. We're in the woods. So Afton kills Charlie, speeds off, and drives by the Mound, which is, I don't know, some building that he's building, or something like where a building used to be, or something like that. Then you drive by the bar where he got drunk. That's why the murder of Charlie was so sloppy. Then you get home. I think Michael's on the couch watching TV. I'd be real pissed if it wasn't. No, I'd be fine. So, like established in FNAF 4, Michael babysitting the crying child while Afton's gone. Crying child is in his bedroom. Michael locks the crying child in his bedroom all the time. I know the lock is from inside the bedroom, whatever. Then Afton goes, pounds on the door, crying child's not there, walks outside. I think my best guess, if it's crying child runaway, is Shadow Freddy showed up because of the murder of Charlie for some reason and lured him to Charlie. Just like in the Twisted Ones, the Silver Eyes trilogy, where the Shadow Freddy lures Charlie's friends to Charlie. I think that could have been a hint from Scott in that book that Shadow Freddy showed up for some reason and lured the crying child to Charlie.
I didn't think of that.
Really? So And then when he got there, he saw Charlie laying on the ground. That could have been the thing that he misunderstood. Like we saw in that teaser on Scott Games a long time ago, what is seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. I don't think that's the case, but it could be. And maybe that's why the crying child is suddenly so scared to go to the pizzeria, because Afton says ran off to that place again. It's a pattern of behavior. If the place that crying child really ran off to was the pizzeria, he loved the pizzeria. He carried around his Freddy Bear plushie. He had Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy plushies. Apparently he loved the characters until he didn't. And maybe that's when he saw Charlie dead, that fear came in and he started crying all the time. That's what I think based off Bite Victim Runaway. My mind can be changed. What do you think, Mr. Michael Runaway?
All right, set the scene. It's a dark and stormy night. William Afton has a blood alcohol content of 100%. All right. He's just been kicked out of Junior's bar by the green guy. He's like, man, I've had a terrible day. Why? Because my youngest son is dead, and we actually just buried him. We had a private funeral because he didn't have any friends, and
because he cares,
so nobody came anyway. Or I buried him in the trees because I don't care that much. But anyway, I have a large ego, so the fact that one of Henry's creations actually killed my son has made me pretty mad. So I'm gonna go get some revenge type beat. So now I'm driving at 100 miles an hour up to the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Oh, what's this? Charlie has conveniently been placed outside. Boom. Drop that 7-year-old in the back alley. Drive away.
Oh. Is she 7? Is she 6, 7?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
is she 6 or 7?
Get
that
out.
was terrible. Cut that out.
Now that he has successfully murdered a child for like the first time ever, probably, he's driving back home to his house, right? Still drunk, by the way, right? He drives past the mound where he buried his youngest son, just like earlier. He's like, okay, fine. He's like, you know what? I kind of want some beer still. So he goes back to Junior's, but the guy's like, nope, too much. And he's like, all right, fine. I'm going to go home and yell at my eldest son then, who is in part responsible for this. So he goes home, right? He's like, all right, here it comes. But then someone on the couch is like, yo, don't be hard on Michael. Michael's had a rough day, right? Because like his brother literally just got buried in like the woods. Like you didn't even get an actual funeral for him because you don't care. and then he turns to the person on the couch and says, hey, you person on the couch, stop that. And then he goes up to the I don't know who the couch person is under this.
You could just say it's Mrs. Afton.
Mrs. Afton, yeah, I guess.
Who cares?
That's fine. Okay, anyway.
She hasn't showed up at all, but sure.
Goes up to the door, right? Says, oh, he ran off to that place again. He'll be sorry when he gets back, right? So then you look out the window. Oh, what's this? A pair of Fredbear footprints and something that's mysteriously teleported away, right? So Michael's like, what the heck? Fredbear? I must be hallucinating. Let me go to Fredbear's Family Diner and check that it's actually still there and not randomly teleporting about the neighborhood. Because I'm pretty sure I just saw Fredbear outside my window for a second. So boom. That is it.
Nice. The MatPat interpretation. Nice.
We're both very good storytellers.
You're a lot better than me.
How dare you interrupt my story with a 6
I know. I'm so sorry. People are going to be so pissed. Let him talk.
Can't believe John fell off.
I fell off a monk. I think it's really interesting that the movie kind of showed us Midnight Motorist happening.
Yes.
About how Golden Freddy shows up, kidnaps, in quotes, Abby, and takes her to the pizzeria where they then try to basically kill her.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible that something like that maybe could have happened in the games of the Crying Child. But that would also mean that MCI would have had to happen first. Because there's no possessed animatronics to lure the Crying Child away out of his bedroom.
Yeah.
And the fact that the window is broken, it feels so like maybe the window was locked and there was no other way to get out. He had to break it.
But that's also the thing. It's depending on how much detail Scott puts into the mini game, the window's broken from the outside. It's broken in, not out of. Depending on the amount of detail, Scott. So you could also say that's just like Golden Freddy or Shadow Freddy, just like Professor X, like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. This is probably the one thing I would ask Scott if I could ask one question. It'd be about Midnight Motorist.
Yeah.
I don't know, in mini games that have barely any detail in them throughout all of his games, I don't know how much weight I put on there not being glass on the outside.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
On the window. I don't know.
I am interested in talking about the FNAF 4 house.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the thing, right? I'm going to assume that they move in there shortly after the events of Secret of the Mimic, because we have that email that's like, I would never go to your house, and also because David Murray's room just becomes the FNAF 4 room, etc., something like that. You know, it is very clearly based on it. Is you have to be out of your mind to say they're not supposed to be incredibly similar. Like when you have the toys in front of the closet. That's all you need.
Afton literally uses the same toys for his child. Yeah.
Which is also why I'm a God David believer. Anyways.
Okay.
But I'm like, I find it really odd because Secret of the Mimic takes place in 1979.
Yeah.
And there's already an email from Afton saying that they're going to yoink his house.
Yep.
But FNAF 4, which is in 1983, seems to take place in an entirely different place. Like, I don't know if I buy that the FNAF 4 house on the hill with literally nothing around it is the same house in FNAF 4, where there's like a playground and Fredbear's right next to it. So
that's a good point.
I'm like... So that would be Michael runaway evidence, right? Because if that is a different house, Crying Child probably never would have seen the FNAF 4 house alive, unless he was an experiment victim, which is also I'm willing to believe now for reasons that I will not discuss here. Dreadbear house, house on the hill of the title screen, and Midnight Motorist house are all the same one. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah,
but the terrain in none of them. Not in Five Laps, not in Midnight Motorist, not in FNAF 4, not in Dreadbear. None of it matches the FNAF 4 neighborhood from the minigames. So it's like, it's so annoying. Because like if it was just the one, it would make sense. Like, oh yeah, just in FNAF 4 because that's a minigame, right? But no, you have this house depicted 4 separate times. You have a Curse of Dreadbear, you have it title screen, you have it Midnight Motorist, and you have it Five Laps. Yep. They don't ever put a little like swing set with some girl with toy chica toys or whatever. Like
they do have like a tire swing next to the house in and Secret of the Mimic.
Yeah, they do.
On the tree, but that's not like that's not a playground. Yeah, I don't know. It could be a like finally bringing it to 3D thing and like mini game logic coming to life. Like the Fredbear's is literally basically connected to the Afton house in the FNAF 4 minigames. That's not possible. I mean, it is, but I don't know. Unless like the ending where everything burns to the ground in Secret of the Mimic is canon and he rebuilds the house, but finds some of the toys in the ashes and reuses them, and for some reason it's
they
just
couldn't be
like
destroyed. The toys.
Maybe Afton just thought Edwin's house was super ugly and wanted to build his own like very small house instead. I don't know.
Yeah, I completely feel agree. Like that FNAF 4 house is the minigame house. Yeah. Because we don't even as far back as FNAF 4, right? You don't even need Secret of the Mimic, right? You don't even need FNAF 6. The gameplay house, the title screen house, was different from the minigame house, right? Yep. You don't even need any other games. Mm-hmm. You play through. You look at the title screen. You go, that is not the same place as the.
Yep, completely agree. And it's like a
sister location, the map, the breaker map. They are different places. They're different places. The gameplay house is over here. The minigame house is over here.
It's true.
So
it's
like
frustrating.
So what was he? Oh God.
What was he doing? Trying to make it confusing on purpose. Spoiler alert.
See, but for me, that's like some Michael runaway stuff, because I'm almost feeling like Bite Victim dies before they move in there. Because Because Sister Location Breaker Room map tells you there's another neighborhood. The gameplay house is
another neighborhood?
Yeah, the gameplay house is a separate. They're on different sides of the map. The gameplay house from FNAF 4 minigames is way over on the right side. And Fredbear's Family Diner and the FNAF 4 neighborhood is on the left side. They're on totally opposite sides of the breaker map.
It depends what you believe. Because I believe that those things are all recreations.
You know what? I would also be willing
sets.
to. I would also be willing to believe that.
So I don't take that map as seriously.
Okay. I would be willing to believe that also. I would also say that there. Yeah.
Occam's Razor tells me that if the FNAF 4 bedroom was Nightmare Chambers on that map, the rest is
Everything
also
else
fake.
Is, yes.
You know.
But that makes me say, like, what if the bite victim was actually in the Nightmare Chambers? Right?
It's possible.
What if the entirety of FNAF 4 minigames was a Nightmare Chamber? And that's what the Fredbear plush is. It's part of the observation experiment. So that's one of my theories of why the bite victim's like crying all the time. And I believe like
so the kids would also be
yeah
like throughout the neighborhood.
They're not even fucking real.
Whoa.
They're true. He's Truman showing his own son.
I mean, that's what I believe. I just don't think the crying child went through that. But it's possible.
Well, I only believe that now because of David Murray living in the exact same house. So you have
you
don't need to have. So let's hypothetically, right? Let's say that William Afton believes the mimic is possessed.
Yeah.
Right. He would learn everything he could about David Murray, et cetera, and try to recreate that. So that includes making an exact copy of David Murray's room. So that's why those FNAF 4 chambers exist. He's like, all right, I'm beginning my David experiments with my son, also conveniently named Dave. Begin.
Maybe.
So, but then again, David Murray doesn't get bit by a Fredbear. It doesn't make, it's...
Right.
They're not one-to-one.
That would explain minigame logic, like what the crying child goes through every day.
Mm-hmm.
That would explain like why the map is so weird. It's because it was not real.
Yeah. And that's why he's crying. That's why he's crying all the time. Is he literally is in an observation room. That's what the Psychic Friend Fredbear plush is. That's him That's William talking to you from outside the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is totally 100% what I believe. That's what I put in my timeline. I just don't
think it's the crying child.
I mean, I don't think it was the crying child. It could be.
Yeah.
But then you have to explain why he is doing this before the crying child is dead.
David Murray.
Why is he doing all this? Yeah.
That's the motivation, because he thinks the mimic is possessed or something.
This feels like a lot of like Scott retconning.
Yes, completely. I agree.
You know,
I don't like it, but I would be willing. So I would have never said the crying child was an experiment victim before, but because of the David Murray FNAF 4 room just being there, that has to mean something. So I'm willing to push the yardstick back to like, okay, instead of crying child being the starting motive, David is the starting motive. Mm-hmm. So I'm willing to do that.
I genuinely think that the only reason the FNAF 4 bedroom shows up in Secret of the Mimic is to show that Afton took over the house. That's it. Like, it's the same house as Afton House.
Little irresponsible considering how popular Gregbot was and other adjacent.
They're poking fun at it. I feel like they're messing with us. I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible. I'm not like hardcore believing anything, you know.
Well, now Tom and I both believe that Gregory is an AI mimic chip infused David.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day.
I watched that podcast. Was it on the podcast?
Yeah, he said that. He says,
wow. Wow. I wasn't paying attention enough.
Doesn't think they're robots anymore. They're probably AIs. So funny.
Gregory is an AI?
The Vanny chip. The Vanny chip has a thing in it, like a personality that overtakes your mind.
So Gregory is a human?
Yes.
With a chip in his head?
With an AI inside of him.
Okay.
See Monty with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. No. I can get on board with that. That sounded crazy at first. Gregory is an AI kind of made my brain explode.
No. He has an AI.
Yes, he has an AI.
He's the AI within.
Ooh.
Badum-tis.
Okay, I can get on board with that. Anyways, Midnight Motorist.
Yeah. Is there any other references, perhaps, to Midnight Motorist in anything else? You said that, doesn't Shadow Freddy just kidnap Charlie? from her house?
No, the Twisted animatronics kidnap
that's
Charlie.
Right, that's right. And then
Shadow Freddy
lures.
just randomly shows up in the woods and lures Charlie's friends to Charlie.
Okay. See, my thing on that is Shadow Freddy working for William Afton?
Right. There is literally no explanation of why Shadow Freddy shows up and what it is.
Well, even in Follow Me, Shadow Freddy lures you them all to to get remnantized. Like, that's not cool, Shadow Freddy. What the heck, man?
Yeah,
so,
what the heck?
I've heard the theory that Shadow Freddy is just an entity that seeks to create the most agony possible. Like, it is agony. It's just like trying to create more of itself.
But how did it get there?
That's what I mean, right? Because if it's right after, it would make sense to me, since it's literally a palette swap of Golden Freddy, if it somehow came from either the Bite victim's death or Cassidy's death.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You know, I partly believe that the FNAF movie was showing us that Shadow Freddy in the Follow Me minigame was literally Afton wearing a purple Freddy suit.
That would be so incredibly
stupid.
I
understand.
That would be absolutely dumb.
I totally get it. But I really think it could be Scott doesn't know how to explain this right now. And he'd put that in the movie to show, it's just, what if there was a purple Freddy? What if there was an Ella doll Springlock? What if there was a Sparky? Anything's possible.
So for the first 4 nights, he lured them all back there in a purple Freddy suit. Then on the 5th night, he brought the Spring Bonnie suit instead to kill himself in.
Right. Well, maybe he used the purple Freddy suit because this is post Give Gifts, Give Life or whatever, and the kids are awake and they know that the yellow bunny is bad.
Then why'd he bring it on the 5th night anyways?
I don't know.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, Shadow Freddy is weird. You have to ask how he gets there.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to make sense of the minigame, and that's like it's the biggest mystery in FNAF for me. Like I'm so curious if Scott is thinking like, why haven't they figured this out yet? I'm so curious if he thinks that.
We're getting closer. I think we're getting closer.
I think the FNAF 2 movie will help. I really do. If we're getting Charlie lore, Midnight Motorist is right there.
And we know for a fact there are scenes that are flashbacks in the Afton house.
Exactly.
So, which is probably going to be the most direct lore we've gotten on Afton since like the Silver Eyes.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for
agree.
that. I'm excited for that.
Me too.
We were, for a while there, there was a whole lot of nothing. Like Frights gives you nothing on Afton.
Oh,
like character wise.
It gives you nothing. Oh yeah, on Afton, yeah. But on Midnight Motorist, it gives you nothing but also stories that seem like it should be trying to answer for Midnight Motorist. Like what is the one with the Freddy mask?
Ooh.
And I haven't read it in a long time.
I know the exact plot of it. I just don't know the name.
But like Michael Afton shows up outside the window.
Yeah.
And then the kid gets lured to Freddy's or something.
Yeah.
With the Freddy mask. I don't know.
Real quick, I guess to end off with some fun, we could go over some of the wackiest Midnight Motorist theories.
I'm ready.
All right. Wacky Midnight Motorist. These are all real theories, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Wacky theory number 1, it's Rory from the books.
Okay.
But
Rory had an abusive family, ran away.
Yeah.
Lines up.
But in FNAF 6, what? Because you got to think that character didn't become a thing not until Frights, but until Tales, the last book of Tales.
Right. So, that would had to have been like a box situation where Scott had an initial idea for Midnight Motorist and then was like, that doesn't make sense anymore. Let me make this up now. So, but no, yeah.
The cars in Midnight Motorist are driving on the left side of the road. Therefore, it takes place in Britain and it's William Afton's origin story.
That's funny. That's funny. I've never thought about that. Definitely not. But the fact that William's not British in the movie makes me think that Scott made William British just as like a hee hee ha ha, he's the villain.
Yeah, evil.
So he sounds
guy.
British. Yeah. Interesting. That's funny.
All right, chat. That'll probably do it for today's Midnight Motorist discussion with John FNAF. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry, so scattered. This minigame is just so scattered. So
Minigame is cooked.
it is what it is.
All right, chat.
Subscribe to TDreads.
Dude, definitely subscribe to John FNAF and TDreads.
I'm good.
Subscribe to both of them.
Subscribe to TDreads.
Little known YouTube channel, John FNAF. Okay. All right, and always remember, Andrew's in the games.
No!
Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're looking to watch something that gives you more context on the most important aspects of this minigame, I recommend checking out our new fully edited Five Nights at Freddy's 4 mystery video, where we dive into the crying child, the box, and much more.